Welcome everyone to ChessBiz TV, episode 244. Today is April 26th, 2016, and what we're doing today is yet again something we've never done ever in the history of ChessBiz TV. There's a specific chess opening called the fried liver attack for no good reason, and we're going to play that opening. Specifically that opening, and just find out why it is considered unsound. Let me show you the position. I'll just bring up a chessboard here on the website. Whoops, everything's out of whack. There we go. If you go to Tools, Board Editor, you have a chessboard here. And the moves are e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, knight f6, the three knights defense. Whoops, my knight, that was a little weird. Knight g5. Here in this position, black is worried about f7, so he plays d5, white takes. Now the standard line, that's definitely standard now at this point, is knight a5. This is what black always plays. Why? Because he doesn't like getting his liver fried. However, black can recapture the pawn, and then he's not down a pawn. It's nice not to be down a pawn. Of course, white has nothing better to do than throw away his knight for a pawn, and this is how the fried liver attack begins. So let's play from this position. With a friend, of course, because I have so many of those. And I think that 2-2 would be a good time control. I was going to do my favorite 1-4, and I'll take the black pieces and see if I can get attacked here. See how it goes. There we go. Let's see who wants to play this kind of chess with me. 1-4 kind of gives more time later in the game, and since we're right in a sharp position right away, I think having a little bit more on the clock immediately would be nice. Our friend Ansjovis is the opponent today, and I get to begin with... Wait. I need to... Oh, is it really his turn? It's my move. So let's abort this game, and then click the from position button, and then click block to play. Continue from here. Play with a friend. And let's hope that Ansjovis gets this game as well. Otherwise, and I'm taking black. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty disappoint. So nobody click this because we definitely want Ansjovis to get his chance. Ansjovis, of course. It's not Ans. There he is. Black's turn from this position. This is something I actually played a lot in my younger days. I, as black, would sometimes wander into this line, and as white would sometimes wander into this line as well. So I have a little bit of experience playing both sides, however, not a lot of experience. So at this point, I need to defend the knight a third time. It is pinned. So I play knight e7. And of course, my king on e6 is completely normal. The reason black plays up like this is to defend the knight, because it's attacked twice by the excellent queen move, which forks off these two locations, the king and the knight. So this is actually the main line, if you could call it that, of the fried liver. I have c6 to help defend the knight, and I have certain death coming as well. So those are two interesting things to look forward to. I think I'll play c6 now. There is danger with rook e1 and a lot of things on that file. So I'm not sure if knight g6, I'm not sure of the lines that black can play here. I think maybe I can play here, although take and then here. Maybe I can get away that way. Let's look briefly at this idea of king d6. If take, I'm safe that way. There's no problem with quantity of defenders on d6. If I play... yeah, I would just flee from the center pawn. I think I'll play it. I am on the wrong side of the board in the sense that he's on the king side, I'm on the queen side. That means if he starts opening up this side of the board, it only puts me in danger. It doesn't endanger his king, so it makes the game even sharper. Not something you really want when your king is kind of exposed, but it's better than being in the center. The only thing worse than the center is the wrong side, I suppose. So let's see how we're doing here. Oh, we haven't dropped any frames in the video. That's nice. Although my king is on the run. I still have the extra piece that I won, that I captured, that he sacrificed on f7. Of course, he didn't have a lot of choice in that matter, but such is life. Now I need to unpin this. It's very deadly pin. If I move the knight, I lose my queen. If I hold still, then he can take here. I take with pawn. He takes with bishop. I take with queen. He takes here. I throw that in. So maybe I'm okay. Maybe bishop e6 here would be good. Yeah, bring another defender there, and then I can play queen d7 much more calmly. If I play queen d7 right now, I'm blocking in the bishop on c8. That would make it so difficult to get the rest of my pieces out. While white has a huge edge in getting his pieces out, he only has his rooks left to go. So now if queen d7, do I have enough defenders here? Let's just try it. I don't have time to look, so let's just hope. He might start with this capture, and then I have to take with bishop because of this pin. Looking pretty good. A lot of pressure on d5, but he doesn't have an attack against my king. My king is relatively safe here behind a pawn. So I'm actually feeling pretty good that it's not worse. That's a good way to have a nice day, is to consider a worse day. And then you're not having that day. That's pretty nice. I think take with the knight here just to get any risks out of the way. Take. I still have two defenders. It's tempting to take with the pawn, but with the knight, then my bishop is freed out. So this is pretty good. So there is, of course, this skewer. I'm not super eager to do that, but I am eager. Just not super eager. I think take with pawn. Although now taking with the bishop would gain me a tempo. So maybe I should play that. Bishop takes. Of course he has c4 attacking the pinned bishop. I will take with bishop. Having the two bishops is pretty useful. And now I will... do I have time for this move? If c4... Yeah, I think so. If c4, then I can take this bishop. And if he trades, it pulls my queen off that diagonal so that there's no problem. I'll play here now. Blocking that pawn. I could be okay. Come on. Oh, of course, this isn't that safe. Just opened up another open file against my king, but I do have the extra bishop. So this is really starting to look good now that I can get my rooks in the game. So you see if black slowly untangles. Oh, free queen. Definitely appealing. If black does manage to untangle a position, you end up ahead of bishop. And in this position, I ended up giving up the e-pawn. I think I'm safe this way. I gave up the e-pawn. My pawn here was captured as part of my attempt to flee. And it worked. It worked. So I won one game as the black pieces. No doubt about it. I can't lose this game. It's impossible. Of course, I could have a brain aneurysm. But beyond that, I think I can't lose. Outside that possibility. Oh, I better take this a-pawn. You never know when he's going to promote it. And then I would lose. It's a good thing I captured that. And of course he sees that as well. Now that I've taken the a-pawn, he's like, I can't win. I can't win. You took my a-pawn. So that's a good game. Good game. And I will say well played because he was the second best playing player in this game. I would say that he played pretty well. I had to take the knight first on that sequence, I think. Yeah, I think that's pretty good thought. Let's look at the analysis board. And at this point, he starts off allowing this knight to participate in the fight, whereas if he takes it first, then it does not participate, especially with this guy pinned, so I can't just retreat. So let's say we play this move. We'll get a brief local analysis here, actually showing an equal position. You can see that 0 just above the pawn's head, or that could be a halo because the pawn is so holy. So I take this one. I think he goes in for captures. The computer says maybe the bishop takes first. I take with pawn. See, I do want more trades, so I'm tempted to take with bishop. But by using pawn, I keep this skewer possibility. So take, and I'm still ahead a piece. So this is kind of what you end up with. He has his major pieces still on the board, and he has some chances to attack, but I still like my position. And in fact, it says, oh, 0. It said -0.5, and now -0.4. So negative, that's good for black, so I did survive that game pretty well. Ooh, very good, very good. Let's do that again from position. Let's play with a different opponent this time. And this time I'm going to take the white pieces and just see how badly I can crush whoever dares fight me. I wonder if you can seek, if you can game seek from position. Let's find out. So can I go continue from here? Oh, just machines and friends? Machines and friends? That's so limiting. I want to play with enemies. So where are we? Did I just lose my seek? No? Waiting for opponent. Oh, I'm waiting for the opponent. Hi. Good luck. I'm playing against a naughty mouse. Let's do it. Could be unrated. It's black's turn, I believe. King takes f7. My keyboard's not nearby. 7. Oh, he doesn't play king takes f7. That's the wrong move. There's a queen under attack. So Anonymous started off with a kind of weak play there. I feel like the best move is to not lose your queen. In fact, I'm not sure if I'm being trolled. Actually, Because wouldn't it be funny to go on ChessWhiz TV and be like, yeah, I'm going to play this super complex position, and on move one, I'm going to lose my queen, and then I'm just going to pretend like that was totally intentional and play for another 20 minutes. This will be great. Except it's not great because everybody is watching nothing happen. It's like, oh, so you're thinking for 30 seconds about a position where you have no queen. This is so interesting. I'm so glad I'm watching ChessWhiz TV so I can learn about positions such as these, which should never occur in chess. This will be such a useful skill for me now that I know how to... I got an email. Hold on. Oh, never mind. The full version of this email is not available on my watch because the watch only has 4 pixels. So I had to actually be like, oh, it's lit up in the upper left. That must be a W. Check or just trade? Yeah, this is not good. I'll just take here. Now I have this with check. Probably should have just taken, but I didn't want him to take with this bishop. What should I take now? I'll take that one. Leave you with the knights. With this move, I get my development with tempo. Oh, dubious. Is he going to back rank checkmate me? I mean, what's going on? Knight here, maybe? And then when I go to take it, I lose. This guy is definitely sacrificial. Let's play this. Why don't I take the knight? I can't resist the knight! Oh, it's a trap! I'm ahead of queen and I don't know what to do! Okay, so I take the knight. He plays knight f4, attacking my rook and attacking my queen. This is so terrible. And then I take the rook and then play my rook back. Seems reasonable. I don't see the problem here. Am I looking pixelated today? That might be true. So let me tell you about something that happened to me yesterday. If I could remember yesterday. You know this problem? When somebody's like, what did we have for dinner yesterday? You're like, wait a minute. There's such a thing as yesterday? I have no idea what I did yesterday. Your mind just goes blank. You're like, well, actually, I don't remember. Another night. Man, this is definitely a joke. Definitely a joke. Definitely a joke. Which is why I'm laughing. Ha 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 ha. I have an extra queen, and an extra knight, and an extra pawn. Ha ha ha. It's pretty funny. And he's also going to run out of time. I'm being trolled. I hate being trolled. I think this calls for a room darkening face punch, but only after I defeat my trolling opponent. Just play here. Pretty good, because then he can't take this. And then the queen is stuck here, and there's a checkmate. Yeah. My bishop doesn't have any good houses. Check me. You can win a queen for 2 rooks. I'm just gonna let you run out of time. Oh. Timeout, white is victorious. I'm sorry, Anonymous. But it's probably a good thing that you didn't log in because yeah, move one was a problem. This position right here, you needed to save your queen. Perhaps by taking the free knight, just perhaps. So that was an issue. Let's play one more where I take the white pieces. Because maybe we'll get a game where the queen is not lost on move one. That'd be nice. So there's a new philosophy. All right, we're fighting Anonymous. This better not be the same Anonymous. He did start off better. Hi, I wouldn't troll. It's the same Anonymous. What do we do? I don't know. How do you exclude Anonymous from a game search? Oh, I know. You click exclude Anonymous. So in the game against Ansjovis, I played, or d4 was played, but I'm actually going to go with castles first. There's also the knight d4 line that black could play. I forget how that goes though, because obviously this knight would just get taken. So how would that happen? I'm not sure. So I'm not gonna play d4. I'm just gonna bring the rook in immediately. See if this is better. LOL. Oh, he's Peter Woolley. It's interesting. Interesting. So there's this new philosophy. It's called Last Thursdayism, which is where you believe that the universe began to exist last Thursday. It seems that it might be a delusion. So d4, and then he gives it up. But then he's just copying me, right? But if knight here, check, forcing him back. Can I make cool things happen? He's copying me. So I have to find something brilliant. I'll play the same lines, but I think queen g3 is my novelty, and which really puts a hammer on this diagonal. It's going to be a very, very deadly diagonal. In the game that I played against whoever it was, there was a white pawn sitting here, and that kind of made things a little bit safer. But if, let's say, there's, for example, a white queen sitting there, things will be a little different, I think. I also have my bishop able to come to this diagonal, but unfortunately the pawn just doesn't jive with that very well. Faster, you must move faster, Anonymous. You will certainly lose if you run out of time. Oh, everything's different now, and nothing is the same. So I'll start with the bishop check, which he might capture, but I have a queen ready to go. Last Thursdayism is more complex than you might realize. The theory is all of your memories and experiences that you think you had are simply implanted in your brain last Thursday. So you can't prove it's not true, actually, which is a problem for me, because I'd like to kind of make sense of the universe. So as soon as somebody tells me I can't prove something, like, whoa, then and it just kind of, it's like Control-Delete, and you're just sitting in this login screen where it's like, username, and I'm like, oh, I can't use my computer right now. That's what it's like for my brain. Whoa, where are you going? Whoa, this is exciting, if nothing else, and perhaps nothing else, actually. So I have a check here, and I have a check here. Are either of these exciting and smart, or are they just exciting? I also have a check here. That's more appealing because the knight, goes somewhere more useful. If he takes the bishop, I think that's checkmate. Let's do it. This knight is so well defended by all of these things that I'm no longer interested in trying to attack it. I'm rather interested in attacking that glowing red piece that seems to move every move. It says bishop hanging in the chat, but I don't care. Question in the chat, why does it matter if last Thursdayism is true? Oh, that's a good question. I would think it would somehow. I think this is a good check. You can't block with the knight because I would take it for free. That's usually how I handle people doing things. It's like, what? You move there? I take it for free. Works pretty well. So now king a5 is forced. Now how do I get one last beautiful checkmate on him here? Let's try check. No, that's not working. There's no time, so let's just play this for fun. There's no time anymore, so we just have to play quickly. Now what's going to happen, of course, is Anonymous is going to run out of time, so I guess I'll add him a little time, just to allow for a checkmate here. There we go, a checkmate. Just kind of pulled that out of my hat. Not too amazing. Well, it would be better. Me too. I've got to go. That's lucky for me that he's got to go, so I can play someone with an actual name. That'd be nice. Hey, that was fun, Anonymous. You did much, much better that game. But the last, 8 moves were with your king, and that was kind of risky, for sure. But that's what can happen in the fried liver. Kind of fried your liver there. Let's play another game as the defender. Should be fun. Can you continue from here with a friend? And I'm going to take the black pieces. Oh, I have a secret challenge. Never mind, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do that. Todovsky. And he's giving me what color? He's giving me white. Wahahaha. I will attack with a vengeance. What vengeance will I attack with? This vengeance. Watch out. Drunk Chess suggests that mathematical probability would suggest that the universe was created right now. He says he set it up wrong. Well, which part is wrong? Oh, he's got the wrong player to move. You're a doofus. I will instead click from position and click black to play. And then continue from here. Play with a friend. And then I will abort Todowski's game. And what just happened? And then I'll do the same things again, except way faster because the viewers are bored. Both of them. And I'll take white because that's apparently what Todowski wants. Whisper. The music, Dan. Okay, I've whispered to the music, Dan, who's also Todowski, by the way. I'm like, hey, I have a game for you. Come into my game and eat some candy. It's great in here. Come on in. And here we are. And Anonymous is playing. What's going on? What in the world? Anonymous? This better not be the Anonymous that had to go. What? How did you get this game? Are you the music, Dan? Are you Anon? Music, Dan? This doesn't make any sense. Anonymous is totally trolling me. I mean, the first way you can tell that somebody's a troll is because he says, I wouldn't troll you. He says, with his troll lips, I wouldn't probably you him, as he trolls you. That's one clue. So let's just checkmate him the same way that I did the previous game. Oh, he's fleeing. Okay, so things are changed a little bit. Hold on, Music Dan. Get your act together. Make sure the right player has the move. And then what? And then what? And then challenge me. I think this will be my next move. Whoa, whoa. Are you really so cool as to play that? I don't think that's cool. Take, bishop f4. Is that useful? King d7 is required. Nope, he would take it with the knight, wouldn't he? Man, I don't want to trade. Because I'm still down a piece. Am I forced to trade? I guess I can move my queen here. I am Lodowski. I think he's lying. Toad of Sky. He's like a sky toad. He's a Russian sky toad. Have you ever wondered, like, why is he Russian? Why is he in such a hurry? What about this move? It'll be exciting. I'm going to take this. It's true we're trading all the things. That's true. But on the other hand, actually there is no other hand. I'm dead. Dead is bad, actually. Now that I think more carefully, it's 2 bishops against 1. He's defeated me with my own defense. That's too bad. So I'm down a bishop, but I do have these 2 pawns. So my strategy is to turn them into queens and then capture his bishops with those queens. It could work. I do have just enough power here to perhaps cause him a headache with rook f7 check, bishop f4 check, rook e7, d7, and checkmate right there. Could happen. I mean, there's arrows on the board representing an idea, and it's an idea. It could happen. Just saying. I think this Doty part definitely disproves his theory. So when I first heard about last Thursdayism, I concluded that it's probably not correct. I still have that view. Should I trade all the things? Material is equal, he says. No need to have diarrhea. That could be. There is no need for diarrhea. I actually like the pawns in an ending because that represents 3 queens right there. I'll just play f3 so that the bishop has nothing to do. It's probably a bad idea because now the pawns are in the same color as the bishop, which means he can attack them. This move. Some endgame skills here. this move? Genius? Or stupid pants? One of those. I think that pawn is not guarded. But now after this move, the stupid pants genius is revealed. King here is required. Don't let that rook in. He's going to run out of time, I predict. Oh no, he's coming into my house. I will now frown. This is pretty bad. This square. I can block it off, but then take. My king. I'll play this way. Check, I go up. You take me, I take you. You take me, I check you. Is he going to play bishop here? Wow, this is a different Anonymous, I think. He's just so much smarter. Play here. And then check you. And then take this pawn. Then I'm going to have 3 pawns ahead still. I don't like the fact that I lost the c pawn though. I think h4 was a mistake. I mean, it's true that I kind of disrupted him over there, but he disrupted me over here in the middle of the board, which is an uncomfortable disruption. There's nothing. He even added me time just so I could hurt for longer. Oh no, now I'm being followed by a fetch Boris. That's terrible. He's adding me more time. Now I can hurt even longer. This Anonymous player does not seem like the same player to me. Okay, this is good though. I can actually play this. If he takes here, I get this one. And if he goes for this one, eventually I will get a pawn for it, I think. Meanwhile, I need to make these scary. It's my plan. Whoops, 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 whoops. There we go. Something like this. This is my plan. My plan, in a nutshell, is the promotion of these things. I guess I should add him some time just to be generous. But I should ask him who he is. Who are you? Gary? You chess players know who I'm asking about. He says Mo. That's a clue. Mo. Keep the pawns, keep all the pawns. You won't regret it. Should I check him or attack his bishop? If I attack his bishop, he'll move his bishop. Huh. But if I check him, he won't move his bishop. Yeah, no. I really want to advance my king. Yeah, this will work. I didn't want 2 things to attack me when it couldn't advance there. But this will work. Perfect. If he was able to play rook f2 while the pawn was blocked by my king, he would actually pick up that pawn. But this is much better. Interesting ending. Interesting ending. Maybe I should say last chance for more time. He's going to attack this one, isn't he? He did not. All my cool pieces are on white, which is kind of scary. Oh, he's constructing death. He's constructing death for my pawn. This is exciting for the people experiencing the death. Oh no. Should I check him a bunch more times? No, I think I'll push. No, the death construction is coming to fruition. I have 0 time now. Oh, it's a funny ending. I don't think this is very good for him, though. I should have gone here. What was I thinking? I'm going to try to stir up trouble. I'm stirring. Trouble stirring. This is called trouble stirring. It's where you get trouble and then you just keep stirring. You just keep stirring and stirring. And eventually, do you know what comes out of the recipe, the trouble recipe? Eventually, what comes out is running out of time. I think it's a draw. Oh, maybe I can win. Why is he giving me a chance to win? I don't know. There is no way to win this because I can't move my king to the Z file. But that doesn't mean I can't walk around and wonder. Cool story. Oh, I should have pushed. I can push now. This must be so exciting for you viewers. You're like, whoa, a drawn ending being played for 50 moves, and then a pawn moves, and then another 50 moves. This is just, I'm on the edge of my seat watching this draw happen in front of my very eyes. Yeah. It's kind of strange. However, it's exciting for me because even though it's an unrated game, I just was trolled by an anonymous, and I think this could be a different anonymous, so I want to protect my reputation. I think pushing. Unfortunately. I think he's making himself troubled here by getting his king further away. Don't think I can find a win. I can really give him a headache here. His king is super far. I actually think maybe I can win this now. Because his king is in no man's land over there. So that might be a problem for you. See if I can stir up anything more. Please move your king toward me so I can play here. Here, here, here. It's just so slow. He's adding me time. So if I play here, and king toward me, and then here, and then king touches, and then here, and then take, and he can't take, so he moves his rook off, and then here, this could work. Let's find out. Oh, he's not even moving his king toward me. Man, you crazy dumb. I don't even know what you're doing. You're letting me win. I think if this one works. This one's even better though. Check and then just straight over. And then here. What in the world? There's like 1,000 ways to draw this and one way to lose. He's like, yes, the way to lose. That's what I'll do. What I'll do is I'll get my king lined up with his king. And then, okay, so here. And then I promote. First, I'll get my king lined up with his king, and then I'll let him check me so that I have to move over another file. And after I do that 3 times, let's add in time. After I promote my king to the wrong direction 3 times, after that, then I'll make some more bad moves. Then I'll lose. This is how you checkmate somebody. Ta-da! Of course that was a winning ending. Of course when he was engineering death to my pawn, he had to trade his bishop for those other pawns. He had no choice. What in the world? What in the world? I gotta scroll for like half hour just to get back to the interesting position. Scroll, 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 scroll. I even have this souped up high-powered scrolling mouse. Look at this. It's like built to scroll. And yet I'm still, whoops, I pushed the wrong high-powered button. And yet I'm still just scrolling, 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 scrolling. This position right here, when he builds the destruction, he should just take this. It's obvious. And then if I play up, then he gets to check me, and I'm forced back, and then he gets to push. It's an easy win. In fact, this says black is winning by 2.4. Man, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know. That was these anonymouses totally wasted our time today. Today was supposed to be fried liver, but instead our livers were just gradually undercooked. Basically what happened. Although, hey, you should try setting up that position, playing it with your friends. The fried liver opening is a very sharp opening. We saw black playing king d6, king c7 every game because for some reason we have the same trolley opponents every time. But there are other lines where black doesn't quite do that in the same way, and it's a very interesting opening. It's generally accepted these days that it's kind of bad for black to end up ahead of bishop because of his king e6, right? It's kind of unstable, right? So the main line now is knight a5, and then white plays bishop b5 check. So that's what everybody does. If you go on League Chess, you're like, oh yeah, it's a fried liver. Finally, I'm playing a fried liver. It's not a fried liver. I'm sorry, but it's just one of those stupid non-fried livers again. So you basically have to find some sucker opponent to play it under an agreed upon circumstance. Otherwise, you won't get to play it at all. So we have a computer analysis of that game. I made only 6 inaccuracies and 5 mistakes, whereas my opponent made 100 of each. So that's how I was able to defeat him. I also used my foot remover. I removed his feet, and that is how he was defeated. This has been Chesswiz TV. Thanks for watching.